Did you know that there exists a car that was built by two automotive giants working together on a single machine? A car so unique that even today nothing else feels quite like. Hello everyone, welcome back to Xerox Motors. Today we're talking about one of the most unusual and fascinating supercars ever created. This is the story of the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. Back in the early 2000s, the automotive world witnessed something very rare. Two legendary companies with completely different identities decided to combine their expertise into one project. Mercedes-Benz brought luxury engineering while McLaren brought racing knowledge and performance experience. The goal was not to build another ordinary supercar. The goal was to create a machine that could blend extreme speed, long-distance comfort, and cutting-edge technology together. A car that would stand apart from everything else on the road. The result was the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. A machine that looked futuristic, aggressive, and completely different from traditional sports cars of its era. The moment people saw it, they knew this was something special. One of the first things that grabbed attention was its incredibly long front end. Unlike most supercars that place the cabin near the front, the SLR seemed to stretch endlessly ahead of the driver. This unusual proportion gave the car a presence that was impossible to ignore. Even standing still, it looked fast, powerful, and expensive. The design carried inspiration from legendary Mercedes racing cars while still feeling modern and futuristic. It was a shape that immediately separated itself from everything around it. At the heart of the SLR sat a hand-built supercharged V8 engine. An engine designed to deliver effortless power across every speed range. The moment the throttle was pressed, the car responded with brutal force and endless confidence. Unlike high-revving exotic engines that demanded constant attention, the SLR delivered massive power smoothly and effortlessly whenever the driver asked for it. It felt more like a jet taking off than a traditional sports car accelerating down a road. But what made the SLR truly unique was its personality. It was not a pure race car, and it was not a traditional luxury grand tourer either. Instead, it lived somewhere between both worlds, creating an experience unlike anything else available at the time. Mercedes engineers focused heavily on comfort, refinement, and everyday usability. Meanwhile, McLaren concentrated on performance, handling, and advanced engineering solutions. The combination created a machine that felt luxurious and aggressive at the same time. The carbon fiber construction was especially impressive during that period. While many manufacturers were still relying heavily on traditional materials, the SLR embraced advanced lightweight technology that pushed engineering far beyond normal expectations. Every part of the car felt designed with purpose. From the massive side vents to the aerodynamic bodywork, everything contributed to performance and cooling. Nothing existed simply for decoration alone. Inside the cabin, the SLR delivered a completely different experience from many supercars. Instead of feeling cramped, harsh, and uncomfortable, it felt spacious, refined, and luxurious. Drivers could travel long distances without sacrificing comfort or practicality. Yet the moment the engine came alive, all of that comfort seemed secondary. The supercharged V8 produced a sound that was deep, mechanical, and unforgettable. It was not just loud, it had character and personality in every acceleration run. As the years passed, enthusiasts began appreciating the SLR even more. Because the automotive industry slowly started moving away from cars like it. Modern performance machines became smaller, more digital, and more dependent on electronic assistance. The SLR belonged to a different era. An era where manufacturers experimented freely and created machines with strong individual identities. It was a car that refused to fit neatly into any single category. Some called it a supercar while others saw it as a luxury grand tourer. But perhaps the truth was that it was both at the same time. And that unique balance became one of its greatest strengths. The partnership between Mercedes and McLaren also added to the car's legendary status. It represented a moment in automotive history that may never be repeated in quite the same way again. Two giants combining their strengths to create something truly extraordinary. Over time, the SLR became increasingly respected among collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. People began recognizing just how unusual and ambitious the project had been. It was not simply another expensive car, but a bold engineering statement. Even today, its design still looks distinctive and futuristic compared to many newer vehicles. The long hood, aggressive proportions, and dramatic styling continue to attract attention everywhere it appears. Very few cars age with this level of confidence and presence. And perhaps that is why the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren remains so special. Because it never tried to follow trends or imitate competitors. It was built to create its own identity and its own legacy. Today the SLR stands as one of the most unique performance cars ever produced. Not because it was the fastest machine in history, but because it offered something few vehicles ever achieve: a personality that cannot be copied. It proved that when two automotive legends combine their knowledge and ambition, the result can become something greater than either company could create alone. A machine that continues to fascinate enthusiasts decades after its release. And that is the legacy of the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. A car born from partnership, innovation, and a desire to build something completely unforgettable. A machine that still feels different from everything else on the road today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon for more legendary machine stories. Because there's always another iconic car waiting to be uncovered in the next video. See you next time.